Hello, my name is Erica Shepard, and today I'm going to be presenting on the topic of gender targeting within alcohol advertisement, print ads only from the 1950s to the 1980s. So let's dive right in. Alcohol advertisement. Who is the intended audience? Can we say that alcohol companies during these times of the 1950s to the 1980s produced advertisement that was strongly veered towards a male audience? Throughout this presentation, I'm going to be deconstructing and analyzing a few ads from the 1950s, 60s, and 80s, and showing how, yes, in fact, these ads were dominated towards the male audience, the demographic of male drinkers, male consumers. And it's interesting because alcohol is not made to be gender specific, yet all of these ads seem to contradict that, right? So we see this very, very, very strong pull towards getting more profit and more attention from the male audience. Starting with the 1950s, I chose a Schlitz Brewing Company ad, and I'm going to quickly talk about the ad itself and the pathos, effectiveness, and play on words within the ad that makes it more attractive to the male audience. And I'm going to just quickly talk about an interesting dynamic within this ad itself with this whole American dream, this Stedford housewife imagery, which is quite interesting because yes, this is geared towards the male audience, kind of just make your husband happy, right? And with doing that, it attracts female audience. So with this play on words in the bottom right hand corner, it says how we get the dishes done. And it's kind of like this humorous, joyful, playful play on words, but it lures the female audience in because it's like, hey, ladies, if you buy this product, this is how to keep the husband out of your hair, right? This is how to keep them happy, content, but out of your kitchen, which is kind of an interesting dynamic because it also is suggesting that women belong in the kitchen, that our role is this housewife role, right? It's a strong gender enforcing ad. Which at that time was culturally acceptable. 1950s, you kind of have this working man comes home to the woman who cleans the house, has, the food ready, and with this ad has a nice beer waiting for their husband at home. So is it effective? Yes, because it's effective because it's geared in profit for the male, but in a way that the women buy the product for the male. So I thought that was a very interesting way that this ad presented itself. The pathos in this is just, it's lighthearted. It's just this comfort, happy home feeling that if you buy this product, you'll make your husband happy. If you buy this product, you'll be able to get your work done as a wife. Fit those roles very well. Quickly going on to another ad from the 1950s is Budweiser Brewing Company. It's another imagery of, a happy home, Stedford housewife, female role with the man in the tie and the suit, clearly indicating that he's come home from long days at work. The woman has the food ready for him, and of course, beer. Happy husband, happy house. Intended audience was like the Schlitz ad. Male oriented. The beer is for the male consumer. Yet we have this convincing pull for the females when they're out grocery shopping, preparing meals to buy the product for their husband. So yes, it's alluring this female in to buy the product, but in profit again for the male consumer. Persuasion, just like I stated, is in this need to, if you want a happy husband, if you want to have this, this all-American dream house, this is the beer for you. You buy this product, bring it into your home. Look how happy you can be eating dinner after a long day's work. So is it effective? Yes. Does it use pathos? Yes, because we have both the husband and wife happy, joyful, heartwarming, just a happy family. Moving into the 1960s, we see a shift. So we see a shift into actually ethos. We see credibility. We see bringing in athletes, actors, celebrities in general, higher figures that the male audience during this time would possibly look up to. We have Sean Connery, which under it, the original James Bond, in case you didn't know who he was, 007, right? This male figure of rich, famous, attractive, woman swarming male figure who's drinking Jim Beam. If you buy this product, you could be on the same level as him. You could have ladies swarming over, you just as well. This placement of celebrities brings in a high credibility that if the celebrity themselves thinks that this product is worth branding, that, you should buy it too. Beyond that, you get this convincing feeling, right? This comfort in knowing that you're buying a product that somebody that you look up to and somebody's in a movie is drinking as well, This pathos is bringing out in the male audience of, boosting that male ego, the male dominance, right, of being this like main character in their life. So yeah, the 1960s brought out this immersion of ethos along with pathos. So we start to see famous people put on ads, but the famous person here is a male actor, and even though he is an attractive male, this ad is for the male audience. It's for them you could be your own 007. Now we have a shift into the 1980s. We see use of female bodies. We see suggestive, clothing or the lack thereof. We see, look at the ad itself. We start to see body parts, more skin, suggestive body language. Is it effective? Absolutely. Alcohol advertisement companies spend almost $2 billion each year producing commercials, printed ads, etc., getting their product seen by as many consumers as possible. And with printed ads, it's a harder platform to reach more eyes. And I say this because with printed ads, you get a few seconds of engagement, right? If you don't catch the viewer or consumer's eye within, point of a second, it's lost. So you need to make your ads as eye-catching as possible. So is it effective? Absolutely. You get the male audience attention right away. I think this is very much veered towards the male audience because in the ad to the left, you have many male figures looking at this woman just very suggestively, right? So yeah, we get that kind of persuasion to buy this alcohol. Another ad from the 1980s is this one right here, Martini and Rossi. Right up front, we have the Italian you won't forget. Kind of playing on these words of possible hinting and subtext of sleeping with women after going out to bars and stuff like that. But this is the Italian that you wake up and after a one-night stand or something and you won't forget. Or if you drink too much, you won't forget this, woman or alcohol beverage. So we have a play on words that persuades effectively towards the male audience. We see again very attractive, beautiful women. So we have the use of persuasion by using female bodies. Very suggestive, alluring look, which brings out many emotions in men wanting to meet this woman, possibly, so this alcohol advertisement is not necessarily selling you its product, it's selling you an experience possibly with an attractive woman who also is drinking this same alcohol that you could be drinking. alcohol advertisement, an industry targeted to the male audience. Looking at the 1950s to the 1980s, I believe that printed alcohol advertisement was very dominated in the target of the male audience, and they are very effective in doing so by the use of female bodies, pathos, ethos, and all of the above, just giving this imagery that is very attractive to the male viewer. Thank you so much.